There is a new epidemic the world is facing currently. Do you know what it is? It is the loneliness epidemic. In the last 5 years, so many things have shifted, so many social changes have happened, and people's expectations of what they can get from their lives, from their relationships, has also shifted. The other day, I had someone tell me that, oh, I'm just so lonely. And I said, why is that so? So she said, well, I am not in a relationship. And I had to gently remind her that from the time of birth, we are all in a relationship. Whether it is with your mother, your father, your sibling, your aunt, uncle, grandparents, school friends, school teachers, colleagues, we are constantly in relationships. We are also, no, we are constantly in relationships. The trouble is that in modern times, whether it is fairy tales, whether it is movies, books, everything has conditioned us to imagine that a romantic relationship is the only relationship. So when you say I'm not in a relationship, what people mean is I'm not in a romantic relationship. Unfortunately, the idea that being in a romantic relationship means you will no longer have loneliness is also deeply problematic. Especially if you go seeking a romantic relationship from a space of loneliness, because when you are just seeking companionship in a kind of a desperate, needy way that, I have this emptiness in my life and I want someone to fill that, you may actually miss a lot of red flags and you may get stuck or trapped in a relationship which is not going to be healthy for you. You may, out of desperation, stay on in that relationship far longer than you should. And which is why, if you are feeling lonely, consider it as a message. It's like when you feel hungry, right? You don't sit and, feel bad about it. You'll be like, okay, I'm feeling hungry. That's a message that I should go and get some food. So when your subconscious is sending you a message and you keep getting this feeling that, oh, I'm lonely, there's nobody here for me, I'm all alone in the world, consider that to be a message and ask, am I really in relationships which are healthy and good for me? Am I genuinely seen and heard for who I am in those relationships? Do people really understand me, appreciate me, love me for who I actually am? Or am I having to shrink myself, censor myself, adjust myself just to keep the peace, just to make other people happy? Very often, the loneliness is a message that you are not putting yourself first. You are abandoning yourself in order to maintain all these relationships. So, if you've been feeling I'm lonely, and the sense of loneliness hits you at the weirdest times sometimes. Right in the middle of a busy party, for example, you will suddenly be like, oh my God, everyone's looking so happy and cheerful, but there is nobody here for me, right? And this is a very, very important secret I'm going to share with you. One of the main reasons why you may be feeling this way is because you are not there for yourself. You have been conditioned, or you have been stuck in a pattern of abandoning yourself in order to please others, and that is what this message of loneliness is constantly reminding you. So the next time you feel a sense of loneliness, remember, it is not a message to go and rush into a relationship or find someone else to pull you out of that loneliness. It is a message for you to look at yourself. It is a message to go inwards, to find out, who am I truly? Who am I if I'm not trying to avoid conflict, if I'm not trying to please people, if I'm not abandoning myself? Who am I truly? And what can I do to connect with that person, be friends with that person, the inner me, the true self, the authentic me? And once you are able to connect that and shift the energy of your relationship with yourself, all other relationships are going to come into play. If you are interested in knowing more, don't miss the masterclass that I'll be doing at the end of this month. And I've got an amazing micro book which you can use to support you on this journey out of loneliness and into happiness.